come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
On second down, it's Jones. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He finds Watson complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. Able to convert on third and 14. A terrific play call. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Sammy Watkins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. At their own 28-yard line. They'll start with the option. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. First carry now for David Montgomery. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Well, this defense for the Packers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They're going option play on 3rd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Well, he had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
Yeah, there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 49 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. The Packers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice.
He's got a man, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, 88. Jim. 26.
Now it's Rodgers. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards that time.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Fields. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
They'll run with Montgomery, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Fields going to hold on to it, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have got it back to within a score. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
He completes it to Jones. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Flush to his right. Caught by Cobb. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Here's Fields. And that is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taylor now to return it. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On play action, now Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there looked like nobody open. Now second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And it's a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Crosby connects on the extra point. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics, he's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Fields. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Running left, Montgomery. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And the Packers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
He'll begin the drive with a give to Jones.
And he stopped immediately there. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. This one out quickly to Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And some room to work.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 96 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Jones. Room here to run. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Well, I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now Fields. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. Chris Barnes there on the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that footprints here on 4th and inches. They get this out quickly to the left side. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Montgomery is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here is Montgomery on 3rd and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. His defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Santos with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Rodgers' throw taken in by Watkins here. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Six yards left on 2nd down. Here's Rodgers. Tunyon's got it on the out route. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 171 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. Touchdown! Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers are on their way to a 2-0 start. Crosby with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
An injury cost Montgomery 4 games early in the year, which kept him from repeating his 1,000-yard season from the previous one. He still reached over 800 yards and caught another 42 passes, and is firmly entrenched as the Bears' top backfield option for his 4th season.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go, or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's second and long.
To throw is Fields.
Running right through it. Yet again, just a bruising carry. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30.
Fields now to throw. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
To the air again, Fields.
Got an open man, it's Pringle. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 24 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Wow, 185 yards rushing for him now as he closes in on a 200-yard night. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they take a knee. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
nights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Green Bay, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.